Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes Bill Roethlisberger out onto the field ready to lead the Steeler offense.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Pittsburgh.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, but he's got it.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game, 2 different parts of the field as well.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And the Steelers.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now Ben going to give this one to Conner. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Well, he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll look to run with Conner. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll try to surge ahead with Conner, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try.
20-yard attempt.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. They pass up to 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And they'll be led out by a guy who's very familiar with this defense, playing against the AFC North for the better part of the last decade. It's Andy Dalton. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation, because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it, as they did there.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Dalton. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On 1st and 10 is Keller. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Down Steelers.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
James Conner.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. first down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good play.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jalen Smith. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up a
And the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking on the midfield logo. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. And they have been disruptive in the backfield. And how often when we see this, as we look at some of these highlights, is it just better players getting in there versus scheme that is defeating the offense?
It's a great question. I think oftentimes we rely on scheme. We fall back and say, well, the scheme broke down rather than giving credit to the players making plays. But when the scheme does break down, you're looking at oftentimes just being overloaded. Too many guys coming from one side or one particular area, then you can actually block them. You know, if there's 2 guys there to block them, they'll bring 3, and that 3rd guy will get through. So when you want to max protect there, meaning getting everyone in, your whole offensive line, your tight end, and your running backs, trying to make sure that you're never outnumbered by the defensive guys coming in.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
For the Steelers.
But how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Done here from the gun. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there on drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Able to hit his target Lamb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25-yard line.
To throw again. Dalton, he'll find Lamb. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw, and that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the run is Connor. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form, because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now it's countered. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Like it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Zach Gentry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drive you deserve to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Dalton. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter play. From just shy of midfield, Dalton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
For Ezekiel Elliott. Incomplete. Brings up third down.
And the Cowboys on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Dalton now, the pass. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Going to take a shot for Gallup. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 42 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Hands off to Elliott. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
8 of 9 brings up 3rd and.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. When you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at.
Greg Zerline lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Touchdown at Zerline. We'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10. At the
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
first down.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that'll be incomplete. He took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
At the 21-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, it's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
All right, here's Dalton. And this is Clark. It's Cooper. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
That almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defense.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Dallas, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.